Hi heathens! Today's video, as you can tell, is going to be my January, I guess, now I'm gonna have to double check, Allure beauty box unboxing. Doesn't have a issue number. For those of you who do not know, Allure Beauty Box is a monthly subscription with like beauty and health products in it. You get 5 to 7 full or deluxe size items, and without further ado, we're gonna get on into it. If I seem a little weird in this video, I'm gonna give a disclaimer. Today at work was a little crazy. Usually I sit on my butt all day, which, like, yeah, it kind of sucks, but that's what I'm used to now. And today we implemented a new phone system. So we got like actual new physical phones in, and they like connect to our computers and software, whatever. I had the pleasure of hooking them all up. So I feel like I've done like 200 squats because I've been up and down under desks, crawling around all morning. I was doing it for like 3.5 hours, three and a half hours. And my right thigh especially is feeling it. And so just like even sitting here to film, like the muscle in the top of my thigh is just like twitching. So if I seem a little weird, that's because I got a twitchy thigh down there. Anyway, without further ado, we're gonna get on into this box. And we should have our brochure right on the top. We do. Does it say what month this is? Hold on. I don't want to spoil any of the items. Okay, maybe it's February? Because it's called Love Notes. Yeah, your February box. Okay, this is February. And I do remember that there was actually a choice item this time. So I know one of the items, assuming they gave me the right one, it was between a Beauty Bakery highlight palette and an eyeshadow palette. I picked the eyeshadow palette because I actually had the highlighting palette before. So, woo! Our little sneak peek. We got a pretty full box this time. I'm excited. Okay. So let's get situated here. Am I gonna have to pull out the drawer? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So first item in here is a little tiny thing. It is this is a YSL Lash Clash Mascara Volume Extreme, and it is in black. I don't think I've ever used a YSL mascara. I want to see what the actual tube looks like. I know I have a lot of mascaras, and I always say I don't want to open a new one, but I kind of want to try this. Okay, just very simple and classic. I might have to try that. You know, like, you don't get something bougie like that and not try it. Okay, next tiny thing we have is Sephora. Again, I told you, I think we're getting one Sephora thing per box. This is the Sephora Prebiotics Nourishing Sephora Prebiotics Nourishing Moisturizer, and it's supposed to be unscented. It is for everyday AM and PM. Apply to face and neck. I'm gonna go ahead and put some on. So it does have a little seal, which is good. I like seeing that. And I like little moisturizers like this, even though I have a handful of them, because I can like take these to work with me or like keep them in my purse. This is full, which is pretty impressive for like a little jar this size, and the bottom is actually like flat. It's not like curved up. So we got a pretty decent amount of product. It says it's 20 ml. Let's get a little bit, and I'm just gonna put a little on my face just to kind of get a feel for it. It said unscented. And like, I'm not getting anything, but when I first picked it up with my finger, I don't know, maybe it was a fluke. I got a little whiff of something. I might just be going crazy. I don't know. But it seems to like soak in pretty well, absorb. My skin feels soft. Okay. Then we have some big items. So this is the D'Alba or D'Alba Piedmont Aromatic Spray Serum. Aromatic hydrates and nourishes skin. Vegan formula enriched with white truffle extract from Italy. Okay, fancy. I'm assuming that this is, I don't want to say assuming, but I'm guessing this might be like a Korean skincare brand. I'm sorry, don't at me. It's just in a language that I don't recognize, and I know that Korean skincare is the most common. So how to use: shake bottle 3 to 5 times for blending after washing up. Lift up the head a little, keep the eyes closed. Spray proper amount 4 to 5 times, 10 to 20 centimeters away from face. Pat the skin gently to absorb. It is recommended to hold your breath and not inhale through your nose or mouth when spraying. Okay, so it is applied. I don't think I've ever used a spray skincare. I'm saying that, and it's like, I might have had a spray toner, but I feel like maybe I didn't use it, because while my brain says it existed, I can't tell you anything about it. Or maybe it's something I got recently and I haven't used it, and that's why. But, so I'm intrigued by this, because my brain reads it like setting spray. Ooh, this is nice looking. We've got some nice, I think it's plastic, but it's thick. You can kind of see some kind of yellow floating at the top. I don't know if that's maybe the white truffle, because it's called the white truffle first aromatic spray. Hydrates and nourishes skin. So we're going to give it a shake. Oh yeah, made in Korea. We're going to give it a shake and see what it winds up looking like, and then give it a spritz. Okay, so when shaken up, it just turns like this light yellow all the way through. You can still kind of see the particles moving around, little bubbles in there. Alright, so we have a nice sprayer. Let's see how it sprays. Ooh, that's a pretty fine mist. Oh, it's got an interesting smell. It's like a earthy, herby perfume. Interesting. Okay, so and then it says pat into skin to absorb. Supposed to nourish and hydrate. It's called a serum, because I was about to say I don't know what point in skincare you would use this. So I guess you would just use it whenever you would normally be using a serum, which to me, I think serum and I think something like this, like, you know, in a dropper. But having one in a bottle is kind of fancy. Okay, so my forehead is a little tacky where it was. The rest of my face isn't so bad. I feel like because most of it went on my forehead, I assume that would eventually also ignore the scab on my head. I feel like that would eventually soak into the skin a little bit more. At least I hope so. But yeah, the smell is very interesting. Then I want to go ahead and pull out the thing that I picked, which is the Beauty Bakery The Chosen Bun eyeshadow palette. It says it is a dreamy neutral, go figure, sorry, palette that serves and offers up variety. Go completely neutral or go back for seconds and layer in shimmer or a colorful matte. So is this an all matte palette? Or is it saying like shimmers from this? Because it says to add in a colorful matte or a shimmer, but this is an all neutral palette, so we'll see. Inside component looks the exact same as the carton box. I just had a brain fart. Okay, anyway. No mirror inside. Ooh. No mirror inside, so the top is just bunlicious. But the bottom, that is really pretty. Like, This shade especially, Vanilla down here, I don't know why, but something about that is just catching my eye. So we are going to use this. I'm going to put that aside for a second, get the rest of these items. At the bottom, we haven't seen one of these in a while. It is a sheet mask. This is by Sweet Chef. It is a beet and retinol fresh pressed sheet mask, and it is meant to smooth and firm. Usually I'm not crazy about sheet masks, but smoothing and firming sounds pretty good to me. So I might have to give that one a shot. Just sheet masks, they feel weird, and I feel like there's too much excess serum in most of them, and it just winds up going all down my neck, or I feel like I have to squeeze it out, and it just kind of grosses me out. Anyway, last but definitely not least, okay, I'm excited. This is the Tula Skincare, the Cult Classic Purifying Face Cleanser. It has probiotics and superfoods. It just says massage onto wet skin and rinse with water. Use 2 times daily, AM and PM. Got a nice amount in there. You would hope so, because that is full size, I assume, because that's a pretty big tube. If that's not full size, I'm kind of terrified of what the full size might look like. Okay, so let's try this eyeshadow palette, and then we will go in for prices. So let me get palette, get brush, make sure there's no excess shadow, and then mirror, because this one does not have a mirror in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go in first with Sugar Glaze, and then go over to Cinnamon, and then just go in for a shimmer, because I don't want this look to be too smoky. And the last time I tried to go neutral, it was a little darker than I expected anyway. So that's kind of what I want to try to do. So obviously, as of right now, nothing on my eyes. So Sugar Glaze first. Not using an eye primer because it's kind of late, and I know it's not going to be on that long anyway. So I'm just patting this one down and gently buffing it across. You can definitely, like, tell there's pigment there compared to the other eye. But it's not, like, super vibrant or dark. Again, this would be a really nice, like, one and done shade if you just wanted to add a little depth to the eye, but not, like, distract from another part of the makeup look, or, you know, not go too heavy with shadow. Okay, now I'm tapping over into Cinnamon, which is just slightly darker, and if it's not dark enough, I will have to tap into Brown Sugar, which is the matte at the bottom, other bottom. So I think I'm just going to change the way I do my shadow for this, because I really don't want to have to go in with that really dark shade, so I'm just going to pack this on the outer side and go up into the crease, whereas normally I would kind of get that V shape. I'm just going to do it like this, and then same on the other eye, so I'm just taking it and patting it onto the entire outer half. And then going up into the crease and over. Okay, let me see. Looks like this eye still has a little more pigmentation, so I'm gonna go in with just a teeny bit more on this side. That's our 2 mattes so far. And I really want to use that vanilla shade. They all kind of look like cream shimmers to me. So, like, I don't know if you'd really be able to tell on camera, but I feel like this is going to be a very soft shadow. So I'm just going to take my finger. Ooh, yeah, that's very soft. This palette is worth it just for the shimmers. Assuming it goes on my eye. Let me try it first. Assuming it goes on my eye and doesn't just stay on my finger. But that is... Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a super light shimmer, but that is absolutely stunning. Yeah, the palette is worth it for the shimmers alone. I mean, I don't know how much the palette is yet, but I'm definitely glad it's what I picked instead of giving the highlighting palette another shot, because the highlighting palette is nice, and there's one color in particular in it that if I could have just like plucked out and depanned, I totally would have kept. There's still a little bit on my finger, but nothing bad. But I didn't want to like break it apart. Okay, I'm gonna try the mascara. So hang tight with me for just a second while I find out. It fell behind the Tula skincare. So this is a YSL. What is it called? Lash Clash mascara. Let's see what the wand looks like here. Ooh, we got some really nice spikes. So like, if you don't like a spiky brush, this is definitely not for you. But I like a spiky brush. I think it tends to work pretty well. So let's see if I'm right. Also, with how high-end YSL is and how much they're praised, I actually expect this to be a pretty good mascara, but I'm trying not to go in with hopes too high, because I've never tried one, and I'm not 100%. I've seen people use YSL mascaras, but I'm not 100% sure if it was ever this one, so I don't want to judge it too much prematurely. So far, so good, though. Have to turn the brush a little bit to get the lower lashes. I am definitely not mad at that. It's not like anything crazy, but it's a nice mascara. Now, would I pay the price that it probably costs? Probably not. But nice mascara nonetheless. We'll find out how much it costs. I feel like maybe that's something I should do, is like a side by side, not like a dupes video, but like my favorite drugstore products versus my favorite high-end products. Ooh. Just to see in general kind of how they compare to each other, but not saying like, oops, the drugstore side is the same as the high-end side, because the products will probably be different. I'll try to keep them as similar as possible if I do it. But like, if I'm using, say, this palette, I'd try to go for another neutral palette, but not be like, oh, this is the exact same palette, but cheaper or more expensive or whatever. So, there we have it for the lashes. What do y'all think? I like it. It's nothing crazy, but I do like it. Okay, so our prices. First, we have the Beauty Bakery Shadow Palette or the Highlighting Palette. They are $38 each, so no matter which one you got, That's a lot for a palette that size in my opinion, but it is a really nice palette. So like if you really wanted it, it's a nice palette. The YSL Beauty Lash Clash is $29 for 0.3 ounces, and we have 0.06. So $29, assuming that most of my other normal mascaras are that same size. I'm trying to look at one. The one I just picked up is 0.24, so yeah, seems like an average mascara size, maybe a little bigger. $29 for that is not crazy, but is it something I'd spend $29 on? Maybe not. The Aromatic Spray Serum, pretty sure is full size. Let's see. 120 mil full size is $45. The Tula Skincare, which again, I think is full size, yep, 6.7 fluid ounces is $34. So that's 3 full-size products. The sheet mask, which is full size, is $3.50. And then we have the little Sephora moisturizer, which is full size. Not, this isn't full size, but full size is $18 for 1.69 ounces, and this is 0.67. So this is like less than a half a size of the normal, of the full size. So that is the February Allure Beauty Box. Let me know your thoughts down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see more of my content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.